Hey guys, it's Roha here, and I've been working on a tank demon hunter the last week or so, and I thought I'd show you guys what I came up with, and I'll give you guys a quick guide on how to turn your demon hunter into a tank. First thing I'll do is go over the skills you need. Second, I'll go over my items and stuff that I chose and why I chose them. Then I'll go over my follower, which follower I want and how to utilize him. And last of all, I'll show you guys some awesome clips of the tank in action and kind of explain everything that's going on. Alright, before I go over the skills, just bear in mind that this entire character is pretty much based on life leech. I find this the most effective way to turn a demon hunter into a tank. Alright, first skill I chose here, grenades, gas grenades. I went for the AoE, area of effect damage here. I want to gain life over time, right? It's just going to turn you into an absolute tank, especially if you have high life leech. So I chose that one. It does some pretty good damage and it's fun to use. And the secondary, I went with Chakram Shuriken Cloud. Now this is probably one of the most underestimated skills as a demon hunter. It's actually unreal if you're a tank. 2 full minutes. It gives you a cloud around you that does 61% of your damage over time, which is, it's just you're going to be constantly gaining life leech over time. And the next one I went with Shadow Power Gloom. It's pretty key for tanks. I mean, if you just look at the look what it does for you, it's pretty beast. It just reduces so much damage. You get the life leech and everything like that. And like I said, life leech is so key. Preparation, I went with battle scars for this character. I mean, you gain all kinds of life when you use it, so you don't even always have to use it to regenerate your discipline. If you're low on life and you're a little scared, you can just press preparation, you're good to go. I also went with Caltrops, Jagged Spikes. It's more damage, it also slows them. If you run into those mobs that do some heavy damage too, you can use it to kite them, you can throw it down, back up, and the damage is pretty unbeatable. And Sentry Guardian Turret. A lot of people don't even consider this, but it's honestly so great for a tank, because when you're sitting there and you're just tanking a bunch of damage and you throw that down, so look at the damage reduction right there, 15%. It also does some extra damage, and all the little bits of damage is just going to help you just clear those mobs faster and faster. Passive skills, I switched up from my usual build here. I went with Custom Engineering here just because the duration of the traps is just going to make you able to put the stuff out longer, which is key, right? Because you want to sit there and you want to tank. Call of the week, I mean, you're slowing them down anyway with Jagged Spikes and stuff, so it's pretty beast. It just makes you be able to deal out more damage. And then I went Numbing Traps, pretty much for, this is another reason why you just spam Caltrops, is because what it does is it's damage reduction. So you want to really kind of spam, or just like as you're tanking the damage, just throw down Caltrops and it's going to reduce more damage. So it's all damage reduction right here. It's going to turn you into a tank. Alright, I'll go over the items. Alright, I went with 2 one-handers here. I'll show you the other one there. They're just insane life leech. The boots, the main thing here is the tons of dex, a little bit of strength for armor. If you can get some more resistance on there and vitality, that's even way better. The rings is just to help me get more damage. These are keep my damage up because you want to deal some damage, right? You don't want to just get sit there and have to hack away for 2 hours. It gets a little boring. These, I went with the set here, the Ina's Blessing and the Ina's Glory, just for, it keeps my damage up, it gives me attack speed. Attack speed is freaking clutch with life leech because the more you attack, the more life you're going to leech, right? So I kept those for the attack speed and the movement speed, and with the vitality on those, and then right here you get the resistance and the tons of armor. So those are really great for this class if you can afford them. If not, you can always just go vitality and dex, and all resistances if you can afford it. See, as you see here, that's all I pretty much went for, is dex and vitality. I did have the crit chance because that's key as well, but all you really need is high dex, high vite, and you'll be good to go. Same with this, as you see, it's just high dex, high vite. I couldn't really afford much else. And these, I just kept your typical demon hunter gloves. You can switch it up and get some resistances and vite on that, but I wanted to keep my damage up. And for the shoulders, I did the same thing, dex, vite, and I got my strength and intel as well, and my resistances, so those were really great for this. The amulet there is some intel and strength, but mostly this is to keep my damage up because I did sacrifice a lot of damage. And I took off my Andy's helm here and I replaced it with the Helm of Command, which is great for this because it acts, it's almost like a shield, right? You get that 8% chance to block, which, I mean, it's not as great as a shield, but I mean, you don't have a shield anymore. Like I used to wear this, and I mean, look at that, it's 14% chance to block. This is actually fairly close. But anyway, it's just more damage reduction pretty much. And the resistances, Chance to fear is great. The tons of fight and dex and strength. It's an awesome helm for this. No, and that's pretty much my items. I'll show you guys my quick stats. The stats that you really want to look at here is of course your vite. My vite's a little low. You want that higher. The damage reduction is you want it 50 to 65 would be awesome. It's perfect. My resistances are lacking a bit because I took my shield off that gave me a ton. I gotta work on those. So resistances are key because it's damage reduction. It's just raw damage reduction. My damage is okay. This is all you really need for this kind of class. My life per hit's about 1500. Anything above 2000, I find it doesn't really help you as much. So you don't have to just stack it too heavy, but I aim for over 1000 really. Aim for over 1200 even. And the lifesteal as well, that's just extra damage right there. Like it doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean it's additional lifesteal. It makes a big difference. But those are my items for the thing. I'll go over my follower real quick. I don't usually do the follower, but a lot of requests have been going over this, been asking for me to do this. I picked the Enchantress pretty much for this one skill, Powered Armor. It just buffs her allies and herself, but really I go for I'm a little selfish, so I want the buff. I don't care about her buff. This actually lasts when she dies. So when she dies, you still gain this buff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how it works. And so 15% armor, it doesn't seem like a lot, but we're demon hunters. The damage reduction is hard to come by, and we need as much extra tank as possible. And right here, this aura as well is pretty awesome as well. It gives you more attack speed, which is also perfect for this class. And because remember, we want the more you attack, the more life leech you get. And then the other, I go with these ones don't really matter. I just went for the force of push. And this one's always fun to use. They can getting your enemies confused, which is pretty funny. And for the items, I just stacked Intel. You could try to stack Intel and Vite as well, but I just went all out Intel just for a little bit extra damage. Bought some really cheap items, so you can just go do that. It's pretty cheap to find cheap items with her. All right, guys, I'll show you guys how I run this class now. As you see, you are pretty much tanky and you can just stand there and take damage. I'm not even using my Guardian turret and my Caltrops there. I don't even think I use it here because I don't really need it because my life leech is taking over. As you see, just look at my life just jet up. They can deal, as long as you can take those big hits, at least 2 big hits, then you should be fine. I can pump elite mobs just as well. I know this is Act 1. I will get some footage of the later acts because it is just as it is great for the later acts as well. It's actually very great for the later acts, and as you see, these guys just stand no chance. They're not even, those big hits are what you want to survive. That's why you need that vitality and the resistances. And see how I threw that Guardian turret down? You want to try to stay in that big bubble because that's the only time you're going to get damage reduction. I threw down the Chatrum there. You want to keep that going, keep it on. It'll last 2 minutes, so every 2 minutes, just make sure, I click it every minute, pretty much, just to make sure I always have it. And you don't have to worry about hatred or anything ever running out. Trust me, you're not going to. And as you see, I can pretty much tank anything here. I don't have to move. I throw my Caltrops down when I'm against melee. And these guys, just like I said, the elites don't seem to be a problem. There, I kind of backed up because those walls are just freaking annoying. So I just want to get away from those big mobs and make sure I survived. And I'll show you guys right here. Actually, I don't move out of the way. See, after they die, there's that big explosion. I can actually sit there and tank that. I do move out of the way of those big laser beams just because those things do some heavy damage. Arcane damage is beast. And yeah, it doesn't seem, these guys ranged don't seem to be a problem at all with this strategy. I've never ran into anything that seemed to be able to take me down. Now this is actually kind of funny. This is just, I tanked this massive mob here, and it was really fun. And you get to do this. You get to act like you're like you get to hack and slash just right in the middle, and you don't have to worry about kiting around. And it's just a fun change. You know what I mean? If you guys don't want to have to start a new character and make a barb or something, you can go this route, and you can sit there and tank damage. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that big mob, the champion pack there that it took down, they were reflect damage, and a lot of people are having trouble with reflect damage mobs. I did not get phased by it. I sat there and I tanked the reflect damage, and it was no problem at all. So this is a great this build if you are really tired of reflect damage. And as you can see, I can even tank the Butcher here. He's no problem. I just throw down my turret. I do use Gloom a few times, I'm pretty sure, in this one, but I try to stay pretty close to him. I don't want to back up too far because I need that life leech, so you got to stay nice and close. And see, I'll slowly move in here. I kind of just wait for him to come. And as long as you can take those initial hits, you are pretty much a beast because your life's going to regen pretty much right after if you have enough life leech and attack speed. And everything else is pretty much cheese. You just walk through, and it's honestly, this is the most fun I've had with the character since the game came out, pretty much. Since I got bored of the glass cannon style, as you guys probably know. You guys are probably bored as well. So I switched up, and this has been successful for me. And I know a lot of people here are going to be probably wondering how much I spent on the gear and stuff like that. Is it too expensive? And to be honest with you, it's not very expensive. I think, you know what, I probably had a little expensive gear than a lot of people could afford, a little more expensive. But I think I spent 3 million on all my tank gear here, and like, I mean, I'm decent with the auction house, but all you got to do is be patient with your finds and stuff like that, and browse around for the right items. I will wrap this up, and I hope you guys can give me some great feedback. If you guys notice anything that you guys can help me improve, that'd be awesome. You guys help me just as much as I help you. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Cheers, guys.